We carry on the healing mission of Jesus Christ by promoting personal and community health, relieving pain and suffering, and treating each person in a loving and caring way. Peace Health has a remarkable history of compassion and quality in delivering health care to those who need it most. Every day, this long tradition is carried forward into the future of our community by caregivers like you. Tonight, we're here to honor our physicians for living the Peace Health mission of compassionate care, every time, every touch. The physicians we honor tonight have been nominated as guardian angels by their patients because of the exceptional care they give, from their understanding bedside manner to the innovative medicine they deliver. The Guardian Angel program is just one way grateful patients can give back through Sacred Heart Medical Center Foundation to all the caregivers who provide them healing in their time of need.
I was in the hospital for approximately 5 days, and that's when Dr. Emery came in, and he was my doctor. And I cannot tell you how fortunate I feel that I had him, because he was a man of persistence, and we had a whole battery of tests. Well, the last test I believe that they took was an ultrasound on my heart, and they found that I had a hole that had not closed at my birth. He was interested in me, not just as a patient, but as a person. And he had this, to me, this inner persistence that makes him the kind of a doctor that he is.
I was living in Guatemala, working in an orphanage, and I noticed some things weren't right. And so after a year, I decided to come home, and I went to my primary caregiver in Walport. And she examined me, and she said, "I want you to see an oncologist." And that, of course, scared me. And she sent me to Dr. Dodders. And Dr. Dodders examined me, and she had to do a biopsy, and it was terribly painful. And she and her nurse were just exceptionally good and gentle with me. And she did the biopsy very quickly. And when I left the office, I remember I was so grateful to her, because I knew I had to do it, because I had to know how bad this was. Here was a woman dealing with life and death for me, and she was somebody I could trust. She did something very, very important for me. She gave me hope.
Well, it was the day before Thanksgiving, 2008, and I just had knee replacement, half knee replacement, about 8 days before. And I was sitting on the side of the bed in the bedroom, and my wife was in the other part of the house, and she heard this noise, and apparently I fell off the bed. I just passed out completely. And I woke up and I heard all this noise, and she was calling 911, and I had my hands all gnarled up. And the ambulance came from Monroe and took me to Sacred Heart, River Bend Hospital. And right off the bat, I felt very relieved that, I don't know what her exact title is there, but Dr. Jokums, she took over big time. Did an MRI and found out I had a blood clot to my heart and to my lungs and some others in my leg. I just remember Dr. Jokums was there pretty much all that evening, and then the next day too, and checking on me. And I just felt very relieved. I thought somebody really knew what they were doing. She was very much in charge.
And we sat down and we met with him. He was very calm, and he was very warm and welcoming. At the end of that appointment, he asked if we had any more questions for him. Well, we had questions, but not everything comes at once. So I said to him, yes, well, I'll have more questions for you later. And just the way he developed, well, you're going to have to come and see me again then. And that was also something that came through. He really really was interested in me coming back and finding out what else I had to ask, you know, of him. After he said that, yeah, I was sure that he was the person to do this surgery. I mean, he is truly exudes sincerity, you know, and that's one of the qualities that really came through. Sincerity and his overall care, actually. I knew I would be in really good hands.
Well, I was admitted to the hospital for a uncertain thing, which ultimately became apparent that I had a bleeding ulcer. Well, I had the treatment from a very concerned doctor that ultimately gave me the care and the attention I needed for the proper recovery. It could have been life-threatening to the point where wouldn't have been caught, why I wouldn't be here to talk about it today. Very heartwarming that there was an individual of his stature and his position at the hospital that he would take personal concern about someone's well-being and come and double check on them rather than just ignore the issue that it will be taken care of by someone else. He made it his point to come and check to make sure it was right.
Calling all angels, calling all angels, walk me through this one, don't leave me alone. Calling all angels, calling all angels, we're crying, we're hurting, 'cause we're not sure how. Calling all angels, calling all angels, walk me through this one, don't leave me alone. Calling all angels, calling all angels, we're crying, we're hurting, we're living, we're dying, we're hoping, we're waiting, 'cause we're not